Hello everybody, and welcome back to Omsi 2. Today we are going to be driving the Volvo B5LH Gemini 3 on the Route 17 from the Peak District to Grainsthorpe bus station. I believe this route goes, not 100% sure, completely forgot. We're in one of the new Yorkshire liveries. It's not officially the new Yorkshire liveries, but I just very like them, especially on the newer buses. I think they look they look like modern and up with the. It looks nice on the new buses anyway. That's what I mean. So I haven't driven the B5. In fact, I haven't driven any of the street decks on the channel apart from in the Omsi video. In the Omsi video, obviously I drove, not the Omsi video, in the Stoughton video I drove the HEV variant, but I've not done any proper videos. That obviously the sound, I didn't have the sound on that, so. But I still prefer driving these over the E400 MMC and stuff. And if you followed the channel for a while, you'll know that I'm not the biggest fan of the MMC anyway. But I just think bog street decks are a lot nicer to drive. I forgot the pin 3922. I just think they're nicer to drive, and people have said that they like the tickets, so I'm going to keep the tickets on. Anyway, we are on the 11 minutes past service, so we'll just skip to like 8 minutes past, sorry. No, 9 minutes past. Now, Omsi's been going well today, so I'm hoping that we should be okay. He says as he doesn't press the brake down hard enough when he puts it in gear. There we go, we're off now. The air pressures are built up in it. Now, a lot of you probably won't like this bus because it's underpowered and stuff, but I like it. I think it's nice, and it's a hybrid, so it's good for the planet. I love driving this and the B5TL. I just prefer the dash on the Volvos than the right bus. You probably won't hear much in this video because this bus is incredibly quiet, obviously being a hybrid. Right, so we are Route 17, destination 1017. Nope, 17-1, maybe. 171. Right, we're just gonna have to do it via this menu, which I don't like doing as much, but nothing much we can do. We want Grainsthorpe stand C, I believe. Oh, I forgot to put the 17 in.
Hello, a return please.
Sure, that's not a return, that's a return.
Thank you very much. Single,
Hello
please.
there.
The only thing that this bus is missing is a £2 coin.
Thanks very much. Hello, mate. Just a single, please, mate.
Hello.
But version 1 is being worked on. I don't have any release dates or anything, but hopefully in version 1. My main issues with this bus, is the fact that on repaints the window hoppers aren't repaintable. That was well done. The window hoppers aren't repaintable, which annoys me. It makes the repaints look a bit daft, and a lot of the dash and stuff and the hybrid stuff on the B5LH is inoperable. But apart from that, it's a very nice bus, and it's up to scratch. I still prefer driving it than the Studio Polygon stuff. I just think it's nicer. We will open a window. Listen to that squeak. That's just really nice. Right, so it is 11 minutes past, we will get going. But this is probably one of, like I said, this is probably my favourite bus to drive in Omsi. Either this or the B5TL. Whoa, what's going on now? Oh, I'm confused, what's going on? Oh no. Oh no. Omsi, don't crash. Oh, we're back. He says. Yep, we are back. I apologise about that. Omsi just died briefly. But we're used to Omsi dying on this channel. In fact, on every channel, you're used to Omsi dying because it's hopeless. This is like really bad lag. And we seem to be back.
Hey lads, you're driving.
What the hell's going on? You're driving.
Lay off.
This is a really nice bit of the map, and from what I've seen of the pictures of Yorkshire, I don't know what he's actually calling it, whether it's been 2.1 or version 3, or I don't know, I'm not sure. But whatever it is, it's becoming really nice, and from what I've seen on Twitter, the new version of Yorkshire is absolutely astounding, and I think it'll be awesome to drive when it's done. Come on, Omsi. Really like it if you went at more than 6 frames per second.
Flipping hell. Is he for real?
Oh, you don't want me? Okay. Just check my destination if it's gone off randomly. If the game loads. There we go, we are back. We still have the destination on. So this route is on diversion. The lag. I'm sorry about that driving. The lag just didn't help then. Yeah, this I can't remember what I was on about. Yeah, as the seafront's closed past the caravan park, we are on diversion, so we go down the caravan park and then back up through Ingleborough.
Christ, man, take it easy. My God, we'll never get there at this rate.
But Siler has said that the new seafront is about a couple of miles long, he said, and from the things I've seen that he's done, the things I've seen that he's done is absolutely amazing. Mr. Pound, well done.
Good day, driver.
Hello,
Your turn,
mate.
please.
But I think when the new update for the street deck comes out, like the street deck pack, the bogs pack, and I think it's coming with the open topper variant, so that'll be really nice to use on this route. Obviously being like a seasidey route. I am going to, I think I might do the return in the open top Gemini. I don't know when we're going to do the return. I'll leave the return till later on because the return does go a different way, to be fair, so. But I'll do that in the open top Gemini, I think. Because we don't see the Gemini enough anymore, and it is still a very good bus. Yes, it's unoptimised, and yes, it could be a hell of a lot better, but if the sounds were improved and the repainting was improved, the Gemini would be a solid bus, because most things work on it. There's a few glitchy bits, but most things work on the bus. Oh, this is going to be fun, trying to get an 11.5 metre bus round this corner. We have to swing wide, I think. I've only actually been on this bus, one of these buses, a couple of times in real life. We do have them in our local area. They run from Lee. Well, they run with Vantage first, and they run from Lee to Manchester. Atherton to Manchester is the main routes, but they do occasionally venture onto other routes. I have seen one on the 8 when it was still operated by First. I saw one on the 524 to Bury as well. But they are very nice in real life. They're very smooth, quiet, and very nice buses to go on. It is one of the street deck counterparts, but obviously that's got a Daimler engine and not a Volvo engine. Actually, I don't know. It could have. No, I don't think there. I don't think I did a repaint for the V5TL. No, I didn't. I won't be releasing this repaint, by the way, because this repaint is made by me, but the original one that I used the logos and stuff off isn't made by me. So, for example, basically everything is just nicked off the normal street deck. So, just for the video, so I won't be releasing the repaint. It is private.
Thank you very much.
What?
Thank you, child, for telling me what you want.
It's in, lads. Thank you, driver.
I apologise if this video is a bit more laggy than usual. Omsi seems to... I don't know, since I've clicked record and it seems to have just died. Do you know though, but it's a shame because I think if Volvo would have put a more powerful engine in the B5TL, not necessarily the B5LH, because obviously that's, I don't know what the L stands for, but a hybrid. Yeah, I think if they would have put a more powerful engine in the B5TL, I reckon they would have sold loads of these. Because the Gemini was always a very popular bus. I mean, first pretty much had most double deckers were that first had were Geminis when they were Gemini 1s or Gemini 2s. And Arriva had a lot of B90Ls as well. And it's just a shame that the B5TL and LH didn't take off as well as the Gemini did. Because I think this, like the styling of the street deck looks amazing. I think it's just, and it's very unlike Wrightbus as well. Because Wrightbus usually do the curves, like obviously the windscreen's normally circular at the bottom and stuff, you're not going to go through these lights. And the street deck came as a bit of a surprise because everyone was expecting it to be like, or I know I was anyway, I slightly tapped up the car. Everyone was expecting it to be like the Gemini with like a curved front. It was just like a better engine, a bit like the Gemini 3. Is it called the Gemini 3? The B5TL Gemini 2 or whatever it's called. The one that's coming with I can't think what I'm on about. The one that's coming with the new update, the one that's got like the old front. Because I thought that looks really smart. And then they came out with this, which looks really smart as well. I mean, they kept the street light with the curves. They still did the B8 RLE. And the B8 RLE, they had two versions of bodywork with. They had the old, like, I think it's called the veiling or something like that, like with the old, like, circular, I don't know what the technical terms. And then they had the frog face, which is what this is nicknamed. And I think both are stunning.
Hello. One day rider, please.
And I think the reason that they didn't sell as many as they did, now obviously I'm no expert and stuff, but the reason they didn't sell as many as they did is because of the lack of the powerful engine. The B9, all of the Volvos before were always very powerful and coped well with hills, all sorts. Basically, whatever you threw at it, it would cope with.
Excuse me,
the Street Deck and like the Geminis and like the Volvo B5LH and TL.
A day rider, please.
There's just no power behind them whatsoever. They're just very flat.
Unless you're giving out cash back, you've given me too much Lovely. Cheers.
And it's just a shame that they didn't make the more powerful version, like a more powerful version. Now I can understand this version being like the B5LH being a little bit flatter because it's hybrid, isn't it? It's not going to be the most powerful thing in the world. But the TL, I was expecting to be a lot more, have a bit more oomph than it does. Sorry.
Return, please.
But I don't think this bus helps because it feels like it weighs a lot. Like, I've never driven one, but
thanks very much.
In the game, it feels very, very heavy.
Thank you very much.
And I'd imagine, but I know Volvos are normally built very well anyway, compared to ADL that are just normally like plastic. But the B5 TL and LH feels a lot solider than the older Volvos. Like, it's built with bricks, and I think that doesn't help with the power aspect because it feels so heavy. He's not giving way to me.
Dear me, this is jolly now.
Was it? Like, that's my foot flat to the floor. There is just absolutely no acceleration there whatsoever. The MMC has clearly run out of memory. Sorry, the game has clearly run out of memory. That is why that bus is white. That's another thing I'll say. I apologise if any of the vehicles do go white. It's just Omsi has no memory in it because it's 32 gigabytes. It only uses 4 gigabytes of it normally uses 2, but with the 4 gigabyte patch it can only use 4, and it's like this map, especially around this area, because there's a lot of AI routes and stuff. It can be quite resource intensive in the game, because I don't want to do it anymore and just deletes the repaint. So if I've noticed the repaints are fine if they go, the buses will still run around and the map still works. As soon as the AI cars start to lose their textures, the map breaks. So we'll just have fingers crossed that that doesn't happen and the map doesn't go kaput. I wonder how we're doing for timing. Oh, 1.5 minutes late. I'm so glad Silent never give up with Yorkshire, because some of the comments that he got on that beta release of Yorkshire version 1 that he put on Fella's Film, some of the comments he got from that was just unfair. Like, he's made a map at the end of the day. If you don't like it, don't play it. And if he would have give up after what people were saying about him and his map, we would never have got this map today, and we would never get the version 3 or whatever he's calling it of the map that's coming. And he's doing this for free, and as far as I know, version 3 is going to be free. He's kept going, he's persevered through it all, and I really congratulate him, because at the end of the day, he has a job, he has a family, and he's still doing this for us so we can drive it. And it's so nice, this map.
Dear me, this is jolly well unacceptable.
Steady on there, mate.
Flipping out. Something real.
And the amount that he's learned, the change in the map is unbelievable. If you put this on the closest routes, which I believe the closest routes to what we've got now is probably the 4 and the 5, is similar to the 11 and the 12, I believe, what was in the other version. If you put the maps together, you wouldn't even think that they was the same map. In fact, that might be an idea for a video. Let me know in the comments if you'd like that. If you'd like me to do a video comparing the two similar routes, I'll have to have a look. I'll have to try and find pretty much the same routes, like the same ways they go and stuff, and then we can compare scenery and stuff. Because the change is unbelievable. And from version 3, or whatever he's calling it, he has basically ripped up the entire map and started again, because he is now using what we're calling the 3-tile concept. Basically, if you don't alter your render distance and stuff on Omsi will load, because Omsi editor works on a tile system. Omsi editor will load the tile that you're currently on, the tile to the right of what you're on, and the tile to the left of what you're on. So, if you build, so say a tile, say we're on this, obviously we're on this tile. Say the tile ends here, and then this is another tile. This is all loaded in while you're here, right? If you do a tile, another tile, and then another tile, and then build on that tile, then that's 3 tiles in between, and the middle tile is unloaded, and all the rest of the map is unloaded, which gives the map better performance because it is only loading the areas that you're currently in. And this is what he's doing now. Like Aston Village, for example, it's all been ripped out completely, and he's making a massive extension there. I would love to show you, but I don't have the map and I don't have access to the map. But he's making a massive extension there, and he's using this tile system, so when you're going up, the game is only loading in the tile that you're on, the tile to the right, the tile to the left, and the tile to the right and the left is only pretty much scenery. So due to that, he is going to have amazing performance on the map. The brakes on this bus are poor.
The worst driving I've ever experienced.
But to be fair, the performance of the map isn't helped by the fact that I have a custom AI list installed, which means I've got like every single right and drive bus there is running around, which doesn't help with performance, to be honest. And this is currently very warm. Like, in my area it is currently 25 degrees, so my PC is having to work hard to run this and record at the same time while it's cooling itself. I do enjoy this bus stop though, because this bus stop, you might think, oh, that bus stop is unnecessarily long, but the reason it's so long is because this is like quite a fast road to our that we're pulling back into. Instead of having to brake on the road, which obviously slows traffic down, and then pull out onto a road, especially with it being a blind bend like that, you can
is this free? Do I not need a ticket?
You can speed up and then join the road. So you literally just so it's like a slit road almost, which is nice. But now I can just pull in and I'm already up to speed, so I'm not impeding with traffic as much. But yeah, I cannot wait to show off the new version of Yorkshire on the channel.
Oh my god!
Whoa, where's he going?
Where the hell did you learn to drive?
Oh sugar, there's a van there. The pedals slid on the floor, that didn't help either. Do something called making your own lane.
Alright, return ticket please. Lovely, cheers.
We are coming into Grainsthorpe now. And don't even get me wrong with the amount of times I've said Grainsthorpe instead of Gainsthorpe, or Gainsthorpe instead of Grainsthorpe. It was unbelievable. One thing I will ask you to do is, if you go in the description, I will leave the link to Silas' Twitter. Please definitely follow it. It gives you up-to-date info about Yorkshire, about what's going on with it. There's also a poll on there at the minute. This is recorded on the 29th. I believe it's up for another couple of days. This should go up on Sunday, so actually this will go up on Sunday. May still be up there. I think it should be. probably up for another like two days or something. Go onto his Twitter. There's a poll to rename Grainsthorpe to a different name because he's rebuilding it. So vote in that if you want. In fact, I'll check out how long it's got left.
Oh my
Jesus,
God.
I know what the hell's going on with your driving.
It's 5 days and 6 hours left, so this is recorded. Yes, there should be about 2 days left when this goes up. So definitely go and check that out. Vote to rename Grainsthorpe. I think there's 4 names on there of what Siler wants to rename it to. So go and check that out. But we are pulling into the bus station now, with this video ending, unfortunately. With a broken C400R. Nice. I'm not going to be able to get out of here now, am I? I don't know, I try to put my foot flat to the floor because this bus has no acceleration whatsoever. Oh, we're 20 feet in the air. That's more like 300 feet, but okay. But we are here, we have arrived at Grainsthorpe with the broken C400R. Trying to get a good shot to end the video on. So I'd like to say thank you all for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, sorry. So do press that subscribe button if you've not already done that. And I will see you in the next video. See you in the next one. Bye.